Oh, Crissy, it's really good to see you, babe. Anyway, it's really good to see you. I tell you what, since I don't know what happened with the Benidorm story, but since you've been not on telly, we've missed you.
Oh no, but Benidorm's not on anymore anyway. So
No,
I don't come down with me, which is unusual for someone who once put jelly in the oven. And
how did that go down?
like a lead balloon, really. But I got through the second round, so I think they felt sorry for me. They thought, give it another chance. And then I got called back for the Christmas special. So
yeah.
You know,
I must admit, though, I'm a little bit nervous talking to you, Crissy, because the character Janie, you had a harsh tongue on you, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Where did that come from? Because if I annoy you now on this interview, you can turn into Janie. You can just turn into Janie. I'll be like, oh, no.
No. What happened was there was we went on holiday once and there was a rep there, and honest to God, you know, she'd have got thrown out the Gestapo. She was just not wanting to be there. And you'd go, excuse me, what do you want? Oh, I just wondering what family. What kids? It's all inclusive. Find your own amusements. So I thought, I'm going to be like her.
Oh, wow.
So she just didn't. She must have thought she'd gone to this years ago when she was young, this 5-star hotel, and it's just gone downhill and downhill. And she's like there under duress, and she just doesn't want to be there. But she just like, I loved that line where Sheridan Smith said, "Excuse me, if you got Wi-Fi?" I said, "Yeah, you're lucky if the lift's working, you love."
Yeah. Yeah, I like the line. This is, by the way, this is not connected to my day job, by the way. So this is my grown up
in a microphone.
Yeah, my grown up podcast, which we put out once a week. Anyway, my 2 colleagues on there as well. But the line that you say, just because a woman raises a voice doesn't mean that she's on the blob.
Oh yeah,
that is a lot. Me and my wife. We watch that on Netflix now because all the seasons are on there, and we still cry with laughter. That is brilliant. So how much is any of that ad-libbed from you, or is that like word for word from what Darren wrote?
No, it's stickler for the lines. They want you to put a comma and a full stop.
Oh, amazing.
I'll just take me other metformin in case I go into coma.
Oh, no.
I'm the only one that takes diabetic tablets with Coca-Cola.
Oh, Crissy.
I know.
So anyway, so lockdown is on. Lockdown might be easing soon. How you been getting on anyway with the whole pandemic thing?
Well, I was all right for the first one. I was more or less all right with the second one, but the third one was just absolutely unbelievable, because in the second one you sort of seen a little light at the end of the tunnel, and then all of a sudden it was just smashed. Yeah. And you were left in the, and it was like, you feel like strangling Boris and saying, Boris, if you'd have done this in the beginning, like every other country did, we'd have been out of it now. But no, dickhead. Can you say dickhead?
Yeah, okay, we got bleeps. Yeah, hang on. There we are.
Him decided to, he didn't know whether, we were in, we were out. And it was just, and even with the vaccinations, well, we've got them, but, we can't, like, give you because these are, like, below 0. So you've got to wait. And all these people, like 90-odd years old, are getting these vaccinations. And I'm thinking, how long do these people want to live? Those young ones.
I've got my vaccination, next week.
I got mine. I was made up.
Yeah, I asked the doctor. I said, "I'm not diabetic. I haven't got any underlying health problems. Why am I having a jab?" And he kind of said, "Because you're a bigger bloke. I'm fat."
Oh.
So that's it. I'm fat.
No excuse, is it?
So that's why I'm having one, apparently.
So I thought that he just using the old ones to test them.
So
I'm not being ageist there, by the way.
no,
Just
you're not.
saying.
No, you're not. No, you're not. It's absolutely fine. Crissy, what's the plan for you then after lockdown? Have you got anything planned then? Have you got any like gigs coming up or what? What's going on?
I'm going to escape from this house because I've only been out twice a week, once to clap and once to put the bins out. So I'm sort of going stir crazy, but I've moved because I got married and my husband lives in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, bless.
It's not even on the sat nav, and I'm like, you just can't. My car's stuck the knock, and I can only drive automatic, so I'm like stuck in this village, and I'm expecting 6 kids with blonde hair to come round the corner any second. And I'm going, oh, I want to get out. And he's going, go for a walk. Where? Where can you walk? A field. And how far? No, I'm not a walker. I don't mind walking around a town or, but walking through a muddy field.
No, I like going for a walk as long as there's a watering hole at the end, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but there's nothing. And you know how many trees are you? Oh, that's nice. And shall I hug you? No, thanks. I'm just saying. And then we got snowed in for a week.
Yeah.
I've never seen snow like it. It was like dancing on ice trying to get to the bin. That was awful. I had to get a shovel. I couldn't even see the bin.
Well, you'll be shooing for that show then when it returns next year, won't you?
No.
Well, you did the jungle, didn't you? So.
Oh, I done the jungle. That was fun.
Yeah, remember that? That was good. That was brilliant. I'm
still friends with Fatima.
Oh yeah.
The others go, oh, we keep in touch, but we don't.
No.
That's why I never have showbiz friends. I always have normal friends. Someone, you go to the bingo and you're sitting in the bingo and they go, how come you're in the bingo? I'm playing bingo. I like bingo.
I was under the impression that you actually lived over in Benidorm, in the seaside resort.
I did for a long time. That's how I ended up getting picked, because I never auditioned for Benidorm. I was just a comic in Morgan's, and Morgan's became Neptune's. And they came up and they said to me, we've done this programme, and would you play the manageress of this hotel? So I never auditioned for this. So I was very lucky being in the right place at the right time. But the reason I went to Benidorm was I got divorced. No work was coming in because everything was reality TV. And I thought, oh, blow it, just go over there. I didn't intend to stay as long as I did. And considering I was there for 7 years, I can't even say paella. I never learned Spanish because they speak back to front. Where you jump and go, oh, you nearly killed me there. They'll say, killed me nearly. So it's hard to get your brain to speak back to front.
Yeah.
So you think,
completely.
Oh, no.
Well, because you were a stand-up comedian, weren't you, like you said? I went to visit the hotel that you filmed in a few years back on a lad's holiday just before all this kicked off. And I was really upset. I'm like, hang on a minute. The club, the party bit at night time is not even on the same site.
It's Morgan's Tavern.
Yeah, that round the corner.
And the reception is the pink house facing Benidorm Palace.
Oh.
It's only the swimming pool at the back of the Pelicanos, which is blocked off.
Yeah.
And everyone goes because they want to watch it get filmed, and they can't move, they can't talk, they can't have to shut up. And everyone's going, hang on, I'm on my holidays. Oh, no.
It is a brilliant season. Do you are you a little bit bitter about Benidorm because everyone knows you from being Janie now, don't they? No,
I love it because I feel like Basil Fawlty. Yeah, not Basil. What's his name?
Basil Fawlty, John Cleese.
John Cleese. The Spanish waiter, Manuel. Feel like him because everyone remembers Manuel more than Basil Fawlty, don't they?
Yeah.
So I feel a bit honoured when they keep going, I can't believe that it was such an impact. And me and my husband, sometimes we walk out and go, oh, there's Crissy Rock, this. And things start getting followed down the shop like store detectives. And they go, I was going to ask you, but I felt embarrassed. coming up, and I said, "Why? I'm just a normal person like you, doing my shopping."
So do you enjoy that?
What are you doing in farm foods?
So you're pretty cool with all of that aspect of being famous then, of being spotted and shit, people shouting Janie at you and all that. You're all cool with that then?
Well, it doesn't bother me because, I mean, I still find it strange that they remember me from there, but I would never stop talking to anybody who pulled me up in the street, because I remember once I went up to someone, I really won't say who it was, and I went, "Oh, I can't believe you're here in this." I was in this like celebrity party, and I just nearly went, "Oh my God, it's him, it's him, it's him." And I went up and I went, "I'm sorry to bother you, but I think you're amazing. And I was wondering, could I have your autograph?" And he looked at me like he just stood in something the dog had left. And up and down. And he went, "Have I really got to?" And I went, "No, you're all right." And I wanted the ground to swallow me up. And I thought I would never let anyone feel like they made me feel. Do you know what I mean? And then I'd made a film called Lady Bird, and then it was on video recorder. And this girl, she wanted the copy. And I went out to Woolworth, W.H. Smith, and bought her it. And she had it, and I left then. And she phoned me up and she said, "You know that fella that you asked for the autograph?" He said, "What's that you've got there?" She went, a video recorder of Lady Bird, Lady Bird. He went, "Oh, I'd love to meet that woman who was in that film." And she went, "That woman who asked for the autograph, that was her." And he went, "No, tell her to ring me." I said, "Tell him." He had his chance and he blew it.
Excellent. Great story.
No, I wouldn't. But it was the most, when you say to yourself, "Why have I gone over and spoke to them? Why?" But I'll never forget the way they made me feel. I wanted the ground to swallow me.
That happens to me still. Now, I'm 40 and I've been in radio for 20 odd years.
Yeah.
I get really starstruck. So when I was offered the chance to speak to you, I was like, "Oh, Crissy Rock. Oh, yes. But I've approached some children's TV presenters. I'm not going to say who they are in case they watch these. And their PR company have said, "No, you're not famous enough, Darren. Sorry, your audience is not big enough. I'm afraid you can't interview them." And that hurts. That Crissy, that does hurt.
Because of course it is, because we're only human. You know what I mean? I just look at me as not a celebrity. I'm a jobber. And I do this job because I love it. I don't do it for fortune or fame, because that never came along. And if it did, my kids and my grandkids have took that over the years. And 2 husbands. So, I never ever done it for that. I've done it because inside I love it. I love it more. I do it for nothing, because I love the job that much. And I've been so blessed. Someone who couldn't read or write till they were nearly 27, and to achieve so much, because what it is, I love it. And that's what I say to young ones who want it. Don't do it to become famous. Don't do it to become rich. Do it because it is you. It's your heart, your soul, everything. And that's the best way to do it. And if you touch lucky, well, so be it. If you don't, just go along with the ride, because it's a fabulous job. But it's just it's just like, say you're a deep sea diver, it's just a different job to what anyone else has got.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it. I don't look at it as I'm a celebrity.
You're a national treasure. That's what you are, Crissy Rock.
Oh.
You are loved by a lot of people, and I'll tell you that now because, my wife, she's a school teacher. She's grafting away at school, pre-recording her lessons.
Hard work, isn't it?
Yeah. And even she said, "I can't believe you're going to be talking to Crissy Rock in your home studio upstairs." So, we love you, Crissy. We do, and we're just talking to you from my personal view. Can I ask you a question about Benidorm, the touring show? We were a bit disappointed you weren't in that. Was that your decision?
No,
Oh, okay.
I thought, no, we're not having her in this.
So what, they didn't ask you then, or?
No, they didn't. So, okay. No, but at the same time, I went on to do a play that I wrote with Leah Bell, called Seriously Dead. So we toured that. And then I toured for 6 years with Dirty Dustin. That we played 3 old cleaners who get a dodgy phone call and end up setting the sex line up, which was dead funny. So
we promoted
I've got a few things in the pipeline.
We promoted that show, what you just said.
Dirty Dustin, yeah.
We promoted that show at the radio station I work at in the daytime. And I put in a request in to interview you back then because you were turned up at Crew, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
And I put
what happened? I never got the message.
Well, they wouldn't let me do it again. It was one of those. And then when you came around this time, I'm like, I'm going to try again.
Oh, yeah. See? That's agents for you. But Sue's lovely. I love Sue.
Yeah, she's been really helpful with all of this for this time around. This is fantastic.
She is, because she works for you as, anything to get you, something's better than nothing. And I don't mean that.
No, that's fine.
Don't get me wrong on that. But, it's nice to still be able to talk to people, and especially with the lockdown and things like that. So she just cares about me as a person.
That's fantastic.
So just does things. And I do a bit of painting. It's a bit rubbish, really. So
not what, like on the walls?
Acrylic painting.
Oh, proper artistry stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And I've got a doll's house.
Okay.
The only house I own. So I love doing my little doll's house. And now I go on YouTube for this. If anyone wants to do doll's houses and they haven't got a doll's house, there's a woman on YouTube, and it's Bentley doll's houses, and she makes them out of cardboard. So I'm in the process of doing this cardboard witch's house. And she goes through it with you, and the thing she does is amazing. You make all the furniture with it and everything. So I'm really into this woman on YouTube called Bentley Mini. I'll find her for you. She's absolutely amazing, American like. And I'm making all these, anything that goes down, she makes everything from recycling.
Oh.
And then you think, oh, the cardboard's going to crack up over the years. She doesn't. She gets you to mix plaster that, you buy a tin of thing and you've chipped the wall and you get this ready-made plaster stuff. So you get that and put glue in it, the UPVA glue, and mix that up and put it on that, and it strengthens the cardboard. So you do like 2 or 3 layers of cardboard. So I'm really into. I've wrecked the room doing it paper everywhere, like a secret order.
Oh, fabulous!
And in the bin, I'll make a bed.
Do you prefer the stage work in front of a crowd, or do you prefer the TV work where it's all very scripted and it's just you and a camera?
Well, it swings and roundabouts, really. I love theatre because it's live and you can hear the response. But also, if you do telly, it's more wider audience. Do you know what I mean? So it swings and round. Of course you love to go on the telly, but when you're not on the telly, you're in the theatre. So I've got a little thing in the pipeline, and I should have done menopause. Well, it's just something I'm working with Billy Pears.
Oh, right.
We're going to take this, hopefully, take this journey down the Liverpool to Leeds Canal, but with a twist. You know what I mean? When you see these programs and go, oh, look, there's this. And we go, what's that? And we lost, where's the sat nav? So it'll be funny more than historical. You know what I mean? So someone's a bit interested in it and thought it was a fabulous idea. So they're just going to come up and see if we can do that.
That sounds really good, that.
Yeah, probably I would end up opening and shutting all the locks.
Remember Billy Pearce, stand-up comedian, used to do the Royal Variety a lot, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Can't believe he's 70 now.
What?
I know. He's got the stamina of a 30-year-old man.
Oh, my days.
Yeah. So, he's so much good fun. And we get on really, really well. So that'll be, and he's into, believe it or not, all history and things like that. Where me, I'm like, well. And it's hard to believe that this is the longest canal in the country, 127 miles, and all he had was a pickaxe and a shovel. I mean, I couldn't even dig a bed, garden bed, a flower bed. And they had to move 6 ton of soil a day. So it was 3 foot wide by 3 foot deep and 36 foot long. Imagine that.
That's hard work.
I know.
I couldn't do that.
Without a jackhammer. Imagine a man doing that today. And they got 25p a day.
Oh. Dear me.
And it was the first canal started and the last one finished.
It was that hard work. They didn't know how to do it again.
Got the shovels from B&Q. 2 digs and it snapped.
So, Crissy, you got that in the pipeline on the way for you soon as well. Anything else that you can tell us about what's coming up soon? Have you planning on doing any more tours, any more stage gigs?
Yeah, I'm doing Menopause the Musical. That should be on tour now. But because of the virus, the corona, it's gone exactly 12 months. So we're doing it in 2022. So it's the same, but next year to be on the safe side. And then this year, fingers crossed, I've got my first comedy tour on my own. Because I've always done comedy, but I've just done a social club or a little theatre, with someone else. I've never done it there. It's been my show. So I'm just going to do that.
Have you got material ready for that? Or are you just going to, are you one of those comedians where you just walk on stage and go, right, I'll just do it?
No, well, yeah and no. But a lot of people used to say to me, Crissy, you never do the same act twice. And I say, well, I do. I put the middle in the beginning, the beginning at the end in the middle. And I'm like juggle it. So it's fresh to me. And then all of a sudden, something will pop in my head and I'll start waffling on about that. Or I'm going to come on and I've done 2 jobs before the lockdown. And I walked on with a mask and I said, I want you to be honest, does my ass look fat in this mask? So that was the opening line. And at the end, I said, normally I used to sell DVDs. I said, but because of the way things are now, I'm now selling toilet rolls and hand sanitizer. I couldn't get a toilet roll for any love or money. And honestly, I nearly got mugged going in with this boxes of toilet rolls. I had about 15 toilet rolls. And then what happened? Why didn't he go mad for toilet rolls? I mean, that was the biggest shock, was the toilet rolls. It's like, wow, are you eating them? You wouldn't use that many toilet rolls if you had dysentery, would you?
Crissy Rock, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much.